Welcome to Pull the Pin Ready, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But like most prison intercourse, we're going to give it to you anyways.
I'm Jim,
Who
and
am I?
you guys see who you are. Do you know who you are
Oh,
now?
no.
You're still huge erection or something? I don't know.
Whoa,
Anyways,
whoa.
not giving away too much information.
This is a family-friendly show, Jim.
That's your name, dude. It actually shows up underneath you. Anyway, but I do, in all intents and purposes, I do mark this not content for kids. I do it
Oh,
anyway because I never know what anybody's going to say on here, so I just put it that way anyway.
I
But
mean, we were just talking about, you know, prison coitus. So
you were. But anyways, so
yeah,
let
but
me
you
let me
queued that up. You queued that up. No,
let
don't
let
don't just blame that on me.
let me get this show rolling before we get into anything we're talking about. So as you could tell, for our loyal viewers out there, mostly Christine and Johnny, Nate's not here again. Nate's on another vacation. That's great,
I
Nate. We
gotta
love
give him one
you.
of those cushy government jobs, man. That guy gets more vacation than anybody I've ever met.
I'm telling you, dude. Well, it's true too. I mean, when you start looking at the government, they just, let's give them off for this, that, yeah, whatever. So, anyways, yeah, that's why we're doing what we're doing. But today, we're also not going to do a traditional headline episode. We're gonna call this, since tomorrow will be 4th of July. We're gonna call this the 4th of July freelance episode or something. I don't know what we'll call it. We'll still throw it up there like normal, but um, yeah, we're just gonna do it that way. We're just gonna wing it. I do have a video to share with you a little bit later if you want to jump into that later. It's about a guy ranting about Civil War or something like that, and I just want to get some other opinions because I got my own opinions, of course, and
Wait, you got to lead with that so we can do our commentary on it post video.
I mean, I could do that. I mean, I could, like I said, I can lead with it, and I don't know. We could talk about it afterward, and that's what you're saying. And then we could talk about other stuff to stem from it. Whatever. Either way, it's going to be a free flow
Yeah.
show. It's not a big deal. So then, let me see if I can get this right, because I am probably going to screw this up. But let me move this over and let's watch this video. Tell me if you can't hear it.
Wins, there are going to be a lot of angry people. I can't promise that there won't be.
He said if Donald Trump wins. I don't know if you missed that.
But if Donald Trump wins and starts trying to implement some of these measures to take away even more rights, you're not going to want to be around for that fight. I can promise you that. You're not going to want your family to be around for that fight. Because people will die. People will die.
So I don't know if you got it all that, but this is, I mean, let's just start from the beginning. Did you see it? Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just let's start from the beginning. Like, let's just say there was no audio. What are you looking at there?
Frank, like, you know,
I mean,
okay,
'cause this guy passed for.
I'm just going to go ahead and be that guy for a minute, right? Like, honestly, at this point, I am so sick and tired of the divisive. Like, everybody's like, I don't give a shit which side of the political spectrum you're on. You know, if you're a red guy, if you're a blue guy, if you're a purple guy, I don't care. They're
Orange
all
guy?
like, oh, well done. But everybody's all like, oh, if the other side gets elected, the whole world's gonna come to an end, and you're all gonna rue the day that you elected the person that you voted for. To piss off. Because here's the reality of it, right? There is not a single politician who's not a corrupt fucking piece of shit, okay? There's not a single politician that's not a human being. Okay, they've all got skeletons in their closet. They've all got shit that, you know, that they've done. I mean, I think it's a little sad that, you know, of the, what is it, 370 million people we have in this country, that these two fucktards are the best two options that we could come up with.
Well, we don't come up with them. You know that, right?
Well, exactly my point.
And that's so let me just jump and caveat on what you just talking about there a little bit before I get into the video commentary. See, that's To me, I do understand it, and I think that's the saving grace in our elections of years to pass, right? Because we've only usually had 4 year, maybe 8 at the most, and 4 years is definitely not enough time to ruin a country. Although Joe's proven it wrong, but usually it's a ping pong match. You know what I mean? Depending on what your beliefs is, your objective for the future, it's a ping pong match. So one guy gets in, passes all his stuff, and by the time it all takes effect, the other guy gets in and reverses all his stuff, and like that's normally what we do. So we kind of just skate down the road, kicking the can, and just get by on what we got anyway. So that's normally how we have succeeded as a country. But I do think that with 8 years of Obama and then Trump's contested, um, I wouldn't even give him 4 years because the first couple of years he's fighting his own people, and then the COVID year, and now if you're looking at another 8 years of Biden or whoever's running this country, which is Obama, so that'd be like 16 years of Obama. I think that can do a lot of damage to a country, and I think that could validate people's fears because whether you think it's the end of the world or not, it's the end of the country as you know it, as you see it going. There is no readjustments at this point. It's like your training wheels are off and you got to ride, and you like it or not. I mean, like look at what he's talking about. Like it blows my mind the ignorance of people, and I'm not going to call you ignorant, but when you have a president that is calling his other contender all these things, and he's literally doing them. He's literally trying to lock up his opponent, calling his opponent a fascist. Like that's insane to me. You know what I mean? That to me makes no sense.
I mean, but here's the thing, okay? Is because as Americans, we all have this, I don't know, this illusion that that you know this is the land of the free and blah blah blah. It's not.
Well, freedom's right? We can all contest the freedoms, but when people realize they have freedoms, they do see a contrast, right? If you go to other countries, like most of us veterans have been, we can see a contrast. Whether we have true freedom or not, we can see, well, I'd rather be here than over there. So even though we don't have true freedoms, we still want the best opportunity or options of freedom available, right?
Well, I mean, I think even saying best options is putting too much of a positive spin on it. I mean, we're at the point now where we're like, okay, what's the least worst options?
Sure. But take
the U.S. Constitution, or the Declaration of Independence, says that the government rules with the consent of the governed, right? No, no, no. I mean, even from the very beginning,
right. But it's a long game, though, dude. It's a long game. These guys know that. They pick and they pick and they take. Before long, you're happy just keeping your guns. You know what I mean? You're just happy having your guns. And that's what I'm talking about. In this day and age, people want their stimulus checks. They want their quick fix. They're just happy having their guns. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm trying to say is that we're content. But when you push to the limits like communism, where people have no control over nothing, because let's be real, there's people in our country, in certain communities, that feel like everything's already gone. You know what I mean? But in reality, even our prisoners can get cell phones and guns. You know what I mean? It's like, so there are still some freedoms. They're just not
okay,
what it was designed
here's
to be.
The funny thing, right? Because I love how communism gets thrown around like it's the ultimate evil. Okay, because it's really not. I mean, like the botched implementations of it that we know. Hang on a sec. Because let's be honest, okay? The Native American cultures pre-European intervention, they essentially lived in communist communities.
You're talking about like communes. Like, yes, commune itself is a word that
an
comes from communism.
actual
Yes.
communism, not what dictators try to dress up as communism as a way to get into power. Okay, that's not the same thing. Okay, what Stalin did, what Castro did, what fucking Red China does. That's not actual communism. Okay. That's, putting a dress on a pig, and trying to call your dictatorship something that it isn't. That's not actual communism.
Right. You're
Not
talking about the original intention, purpose, definition of communism, which is like
yeah,
communes,
yeah,
people
communism
sharing.
on paper is actually really cool.
Right.
If you could pull it off.
But we don't have many examples of that in modern day. That's why communism is associated with, the dictators and that stuff, because
Yeah,
that's what they
and
do.
because it's part of the propaganda. It's part of the propaganda.
Well, but it's even in practice. It's even in practice. Like, what's the closest thing you have to a commune here is what, an HOA? And that's still a bunch of people who rule over the whole town, and most of them don't even care what the town thinks. They just, or the
No,
community.
no, no,
What do
no.
you mean?
That, sir, is a democracy, which
That is
is fucking
not
retarded.
democracy.
Yes, it is.
Well, all right, let's be
When
okay.
everybody gets a vote on every issue, that is a democracy. And again, this is another good rant because it's pissing me off because it's all like I'm about to shut down all my social media until January because every political person, like every single any elected moron who gets a microphone or reporter in front of them keeps talking about how if you vote for the other guy, it'll strike a blow at our democracy. I'm sorry, dumbass. Read a fucking book, okay? We don't have a democracy in this country.
It's not a democracy, and it was set up that way.
Yeah, we have a republic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a democratic republic, meaning that
Yep.
we have representatives. That is what a republic is. And we rely on those representatives to make our policies and represent us. Okay. But if they go and they make policies and they make decisions that we don't like, there's no recourse for us as the governed except to just not elect them again.
Right, to elect people to
Well, what
reverse
they've
that
already
stuff.
done is already done.
Well, but we can elect people to strike it and reverse it. Like, we can still do that. I mean, but we have to fix it in a process, which is what they
Yeah, but you're still going
consider
to
a
pay the
fail
price
safe.
in the meantime.
Right, but it's a fail safe. If you think about it, if we were a true democracy, then everybody'd
Yes.
be looting and stealing and killing each other because
No.
that's what the mob wants.
No.
What do you
A
mean
true
no?
democracy would mean that every single decision goes to a vote every single time.
Right, and if you have a village of 12 elders and 30 idiots, who's going to make decisions in that village?
The 30 idiots.
Exactly. So the village will eventually
But
fall.
unfortunately, we keep putting, the 30 idiots in fucking Washington.
Well, okay, let's be real, because they'll think about it. You're right, because I even heard this too, and it struck me. I mean, obviously, it's nothing new or no rocket science, but somebody said if somebody wants to run for politics, you shouldn't be voting for them because they're for themselves. If they have to run, then their chances are they really have a purpose. But most people that want to be in politics know it's just a game and a moneymaker. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Who's attracted to politics? Let me tell you, even at the lowest end of politics, it's not a fun job. It's not fun business. Politics is not fun. Listen to people complain. Everybody hates you no matter what decision you make. There's nothing fun about it. Politics is a duty. And people who look to work, go in politics, they know the game and they know they're going to get rich. So they're probably all corrupt.
And that's why I keep advocating for the switch.
The switch.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry for any of the viewers who don't know what Jim and I talk about on a sidebar. Okay, I have been advocating a restructuring of the political system in this country. It's a bit long winded, but if you're interested, throw a comment down there, and maybe we'll do an episode dedicated solely to that.
Yeah, you know what I realized too? We didn't even talk about the video. What I wanted to get out of the video was this dude, he looks like he could be a prepper, former veteran, whatever like that. But what I got out of that video, like, first of all, he said Trump, if Trump wins, so that could be triggering because I don't believe his beliefs because I don't understand what he's talking about. If Trump implements, that's going to be bad for the country. We literally got to see Trump in as a president. Like I don't understand what his. I'd love for this guy to clarify, but that's politics. Political baseball or volleyball, basketball, whatever the heck this sport is. But my concern is him looking in the camera, telling people you don't want war, which is true. You don't want your family around it, which is true. But telling people you don't know what war is, like he's looking in the camera, knowing that there's a possibility that hundreds of thousands of veterans who've been to war are listening to this clown. And I will submit, other than you, my liberal friend, most veterans I know do support Trump and what he believes in. Most veterans I know do. I know there's a couple, estrogen ones, but they do. So I don't know who this guy's talking to or why he's trying to sound tough, lecturing me. I don't know what war is. And I honestly, I've said this before on our previous episodes. I don't want war. I don't like war. I don't even like violence. But damn, if you think you know what you're talking about, not you, this guy, I'll meet you on the
Freedom people.
battlefield, dude. I'll meet you out there. Because I don't think you want war either. So stop your propaganda. You know what I mean? Stop it. I could easily say the same thing. I could make a video about Biden. If Biden wins, oh, and you don't know, I could do the same thing, just flip the names. And do you think mine makes more sense than yours? Stop,
Well,
dude. Just
now
stop
I want
lecturing me.
to see you go through and like edit that guy's video, and then like every time he says Trump, do just like this really bad edit where it's like Biden. You know,
Right, right. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that'd be hilarious. Now
Yeah.
you need to do that and put that into the final cut.
He'd get mad. But like I said, you think this guy's even genuine, man, or you think he's a plant? Because, like, that's the first thing we always need to do. We always need to consider, is this
They're
information
all
real? Is it fake?
plants. They're all plants. Nobody's real anymore.
Well, I mean, we are, right? We're real. We're sitting here having a conversation. We're having our own
Wait, you're not
opinions.
getting paid to be here?
Well, no, but I don't know if he's paid either to go on his little rant. It's probably a little TikTok thing. He probably had to wait in the DMV line or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. You tell me, dude. Like, I don't know. Other than people that are not
See,
affected.
look, we're sitting here and we're not. Okay, well, maybe you are a little bit drinking the Kool-Aid, okay? But like, I mean, you're not drinking the Kool-Aid like this guy's drinking the Kool-Aid, okay? Like you're sipping with your pinky out, okay? This guy's guzzling it from a fucking fire hose, okay? Right? You know, uh, as far as like, if you believe, okay, first of all these people are like, if you're drinking that much Kool-Aid, okay, you're 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 you're
But
you're on
you got to elaborate. You're just throwing the Kool-Aid stuff. Like, what do you mean? Like, who in this country thinks leaving our borders open is a good idea? Who thinks it's a good idea? What American sovereign citizen thinks leaving a border open to all kinds of people, Russians and Chinese included, not just people of color? Who thinks leaving the border open is a good idea?
and most Russian people are white, for the record.
Right. Well, I assume people should have known that. But you get what I'm saying? Like, who thinks that is a good policy?
I mean,
There's nothing to say about it because the man sat up there and said, I can't do nothing, then could do something, then didn't do something, then tried to blame the other party for them not doing so. Like, who's buying that? So you're talking about Kool-Aid. So I'm thinking at the end of the day, I don't care who the competition is. If you're literally saying that anybody other than the man in office is going to cause anything, I'm afraid for you. Because the man is making our country unsafe by letting all these people in our country, middle-aged fighting men, Chinese fighting men in our country by the thousands. And you're telling me I don't give a damn if it is a ham sandwich. It can do better than what's going on right now. So I don't understand what these threats are. Like at the end of the day, this guy's talking about your family doesn't want to be at war. My family doesn't want to be in a country where 30 million people who hate this country, not all of them do, but could hate this country, could literally destroy it from within. And you're telling me you think Donald Trump's the threat? The very thing he stood on was building a wall and getting these people out. The rest of it, I don't care. We'll compromise. We'll put checks and balances, which we have, and they can ping pong that. But at the end of the day, anyone who supports this illegal immigration stuff is a fool to me. You won't have a country. So don't threaten me with war because it's going to happen, dude. It's just going to be you versus me versus illegals versus other countries. I don't know. You think it's hyperbolic? You think I'm exaggerating? You watch the news, you drink the Kool-Aid to that, or what?
I honestly, I think it's just it's more populist bullshit. I mean,
Which is
okay, so let's go with the border thing. Okay,
mhm.
um, I think Trump, and let me step back for a minute. President
Yes.
Trump, because I don't like this recent thing that everybody's got, like, whether you like the guy or not. Okay,
I
they're
call them all by their last name. You can
I
you
know.
can do
No, no,
whatever
no.
you want.
I don't like that though. I don't like it. I think they're duly elected officials. It is it's a position of prominence whether you like the guy or not. I don't care. He earned the title and he needs to have it, right?
Yeah, no, it's the reason I don't call doctorates of
Motherfucker,
education doctor.
look, you don't respect the man, but you respect the rank. All right, as a vet, you should understand that, right? How
Only
many?
when I was under the system, yes.
Yeah, how many COs did you have that were pricks?
But now that I'm out of the system, I don't have
But
to
that
respect
was
any of them.
still Captain Major. Anyways, I think President Trump ran on a populist agenda. He found things that the common man was pissed off about, and he's like, I'm going to build a wall. Okay, well, great. The wall was being built for 20 years before you said anything about it. How is that any different?
Well, right, but then when Biden got in, it stopped. So that
No,
was
it didn't.
counter. Huh?
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it is. They have video of the stuff sitting there. They have video of it being sold. They've got video of this stuff. So forget the Kool-Aid for a second. My point at
But
the end
but
of the
no, no,
day,
no. But my thing is that okay, whether Biden stopped it or not is irrelevant. Okay, because all of this miles of wall that's been being built for the past 20 years before Donald Trump ever became president is still there. It's not like they're tearing it down. But hang on, because but he runs. Okay, so if you're sitting there washing the dishes, right, are you going to allow your child to go, oh, I'm going to do this great thing by washing the dishes? No, you're going to look at him and go, well, fuck, I've already washed half of them. What are you making a big deal out of it for? It didn't become a deal until he made it a deal running on a platform of something that's already been done.
but I don't
Or
understand
being
what
done.
I don't understand what you're missing. If
But
I'm washing
okay, well,
dishes
let me ask you this.
and there's only 3 dishes, and then tomorrow there's 33 dishes, I'm not doing the damn dishes
No,
anymore.
no. Hang on a sec. Okay, so let me ask you this. Okay, so if this wall has been being built for what? It was what, 3 or 4 administrations prior to Donald Trump's election. Hang on a sec. So, and these administrations span both sides of the political spectrum. Okay, so let's just say hypothetically for a second, Donald Trump never mentions this wall in this hypothetical universe that we're
Sure.
talking about here. He never mentions it, right?
Hmm.
And everything else pans out exactly the same,
Same
right?
as what?
As it has. Okay, so
For
the
him or
universe,
now?
huh?
Because we're missing the target here. It's not really the wall. It's illegal immigration. The wall is a
Yes,
technique.
yes,
I don't
yes.
care if they're using turrets. I don't care if they're using drones. I don't care if they're using money. I don't care. The question is illegal immigration. It's
Yes,
not the wall. The wall is just a symbol of, hey, I'm about
exactly
stopping
my
illegal
point.
immigration. Yeah.
Exactly my point. So it's the wall itself, the physical structure is a representation of their political argument. So that's
Sure.
my whole point, is that if Donald Trump never mentions the wall that's, again, already been built through 3 administrations, do you think that when Joe Biden becomes president, he stops construction?
Yes, he
No, he
did.
doesn't. No,
He
he
literally
doesn't.
did.
You said yourself that, no, listen to me. You
He
said
did.
but Shut the fuck up, Jim. Let me talk. Okay. So he stopped the construction on the wall because it has become a symbol of their political opposition. So if Donald
Right.
Trump
And
had
then he
never made
stopped,
it an issue, it never would have stopped the
and he
construction.
stopped everything else that stood for illegal immigration. He stopped Remain
Yes.
in Mexico.
Okay. So
He
you're
stopped
saying,
all the
no, you
stuff.
just said 10 minutes ago that Joe Biden is a puppet of Barack Obama.
Yeah, Biden's
And
not even making these
Barack
decisions.
Obama's really the one who's running the country,
Right.
but the construction on that wall ran the entire 8 years of Obama's presidency.
I don't know what's I don't so then what you're implying then, so what you're implying, and I'll bite for a minute. What you're implying is the videos that we've seen of cranes literally putting walls in place, of politicians going down looking at the walls, even the ones opposed to it, going down looking at what you're implying, that stuff was going on anyway and is still going on to this day.
No. I'm saying that the construction of the wall has been going on since, I want to say, Bush Sr.
Okay. So then Trump came in, made it a priority, and
hang on.
pushed it.
No, it's been okay. Yes.
So you're saying that nothing's changed since then?
No. Hang on a sec. What I'm saying is that, that the wall was being built through Bush Sr. It was being built through Clinton. It was being built through Bush Jr. It was being built through Obama.
Okay.
But hang on a sec. But then Donald Trump comes along. Now, I'm not saying this is malicious intent, but he comes along and he says, we're going to build a wall that's already being built.
Okay.
But it wasn't an issue. It wasn't an issue until it gets brought to the forefront.
Right. And this is why I love arguing with liberals, right? This is why I love arguing liberals, because the argument
I'm not a liberal.
The argument you're making right now about Trump doing the wall is the same exact argument as everyone's saying now the wall is racist, even though it's been built for years. Oh, that's what was said, dude. You ain't gonna tell me I'm making that up too. No, but this entire administration is stopping it. That's my point.
But yes, that's my whole point, though. Is everybody is saying that this whole thing is racist, and I'm like, no, it's not racist. It's practical. It's a pragmatic measure.
Right.
We need the wall. I completely agree with the wall.
So why can't every politician be like, okay, let's finish the wall?
But here's the thing, though. Okay, so are you going to run on a platform as a politician that says, I'm going to do this great thing that the past 4 presidents before me have already been doing and act like it's a new thing? Because now you've just made it an issue. Because do you think that if the wall had just slept quietly in the background like it had for the last 4 administrations, that Joe Biden would have shut it down? No, he wouldn't have.
Right,
hang on a sec. He'd have just let it go like everybody else in front of him had, because he stopped it, not because he gives a shit about the wall. He stopped it because everybody else is making a deal out of it, because
that's the leader you want. That's my point.
Yes, that's all. So
I would take Trump in a minute, I don't care if he says we're gonna build highways so cars can move. What's up, buddy? I would take Trump in a minute, or a president says we're going to build highways that's already being built, over a guy who stops them because the other guy's doing it. Like that to me, that's the point I'm getting at. I don't care if Trump said we're gonna find a cure for the common cold, and we're already doing that. I don't care. It means he supports what I believe in. But the guy who says, "Oh, that's it, no more medication for anybody," that's the guy I have a problem with. I don't care who it is.
That's my point. That's what I've been saying. But you're too busy trying to be fucking argumentative.
What do you mean that's your point? How's that your point? You're telling me that Trump was making it up. Like, I don't care if he made it up if it was still going. My whole point in this was originally started, what I said is, how can you support this illegal immigration? And then you went on the wall about how Trump is making you think he's doing something about it. But my point is the Biden administration, not Biden, obviously, is literally doing the opposite, not making you think the opposite. They're literally letting all these people in, doing the opposite because Trump said something. That was my point, is that how do you support this current
Yeah, it's all out of
administration?
spite. It has nothing to do with any sort of
Right,
pragmatic purpose.
right. So my argument would be, who cares if Trump is saying something that's already, I don't care if Trump says we're going to reinvent the wheel. We have the wheel. That's great. At least he supports something I'm doing. And if the other guy says, well, we're going to take the wheels off cars and nobody will travel, hello? I don't care what the guy inventing the wheel's doing, because at least he's doing something we support. The guy that's doing the opposite to spite him is not doing anything for our country. So how
That
do you
was my
support?
whole point.
Huh?
That was my whole point.
I don't know how that was your point when you were telling me that Trump is and everybody's been building the wall. I'm not even talking about building the wall. Even if it was going or not going, if it's his idea or not, the point is he's doing something about illegal immigration.
Because white Oprah over here kept interrupting me and wouldn't let me get to my point.
Well, you take 30 minutes to get to one point. Look at this episode. It's probably the longest episode we ever had. We're at 31 minutes and a half already, I think, somewhere around there. This is the longest episode we had. So we might have to cut this before people not watch it. Although, dude, I really would like to do some side stuff. Let you know in the comments if you guys would be interested
Y'all
in a
heard
long
that
format.
Jim's looking for a side chick. Hit him up if you're single. How you doing?
No. I'm talking about sides. So dude, I do enjoy our conversations. I do like that, there's a whole, back and forth liberal side here. What I'm saying is maybe this would be good for a longer format, because I really don't want to stop the conversation, but I know people don't have the patience and time to watch. But leave it in the comments. If you guys enjoy this, maybe me and you will just branch out and do some long form stuff about stuff and do it that way.
Worst case scenario, libertarian. Definitely not a liberal.
Well, yeah, I could say the same thing, but in the end, what you support, right? Hey, how come my name is bigger than yours? Oh, never mind.
It's not the size of your name, it's how she screams it.
Exactly. Yeah. So tell her I heard all. Thank you, Mr. Rection. Mr. Rection.
Rection.
You got to change your name. But anyways, thanks for joining me. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Have a happy 4th of July.
Happy birthday, America.
Yeah. And then on the way out, we'll see you in the next episode, and hopefully we'll keep them a little shorter. Unless you guys want, leave comments. All right. Appreciate you. Until then, Godspeed.
And pull my finger. I mean the pen.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.